So it's March 12th, and we could see the first Model Y delivered as soon as tomorrow. Now, this is extremely exciting because Tesla's never been known for being ahead of schedule. If anything, they're the complete opposite. But when they announced the Model Y, they thought that the delivery date would be like Q2, Q3 of 2020. And then all of a sudden, this email came out, and there was all this buzz around a March 15th delivery date. And that was exciting for me because it was my son's birthday, or it is my son's birthday. So I was thinking, what a great present for him. I will get my Model Y. Now, that's not the case, and that's what I wanted to make a quick video on. I wanted to update you on where things stand in terms of my delivery of the Model Y, what my processes look like, and where things stand. But I also want to talk a little bit about all the rumors that are floating around Twitter and online regarding this car, because it's absolutely everywhere. And if you're into Tesla, you're excited for the Model Y, then you already know all the news, and we're going to cover it. So I want to start by giving you an update on where things stand in my world regarding the delivery of the Model Y. So I received my first email from Tesla on February 27th at 1:37 a.m. Yes, I'm a little obsessed. At that point, I was given a checklist of things that need to be done. I needed to submit my driver's license, my insurance, where I want the car delivered, if I wanted to pick it up. I'm doing my loan directly through Tesla, so I had to do a loan application. I'm also trading my Model 3 back to Tesla, and I had to take pictures of the car, pictures of the screen with the mileage. Fun little note, Model 3 owners are not giving up these cars, so Tesla's very interested in getting Model 3s back so they can sell used Model 3s. And because of that, Tesla's giving me $45,500 for my Model 3, which has 25,000 miles on it. That's a win. I owe less than that, so I will take that all day. Well, all of this checklist was completed within 24 hours, and that essentially put me in a queue to get a VIN assignment. So Tesla is assigning VINs to pre-orders, and once you have that VIN, then a delivery date gets scheduled. And you have 3 days, a 3-day window to pick from that delivery date and pick up your car. If you don't pick up your car, it's released to somebody else. I won't miss that delivery date. But that's it. I did all the paperwork within 24 hours. I am sitting here waiting for a VIN. Now, this is the most stressful part because it's like Christmas. You know Christmas is around the corner. You know this great thing is on the horizon. You just want to know when it's coming, and I'm waiting for a VIN assignment, and that's where I'm stuck. I'm waiting for this VIN to get assigned. I've been assigned a delivery specialist. His name is David, and David, I'm sure, thinks I'm a crazy person with how much I call him and ask him questions about where things stand. But that's where we're at. I am waiting for my VIN to be assigned. Once that's assigned, I think the ball will get rolling. So that's an update on my process thus far. If you have questions, let me know. Now let's talk a little bit about all these rumors and all the fun stuff that's out there. So I don't want to regurgitate any of the information that's already out there regarding the Model Y. If you're interested in any of the nuances regarding leaks and things we're learning, dimensions, things like that, please check out Ryan Shaw's channel. I'm going to link it here. I'll put something in the end and something in the description, but he has several great videos that go over all the specifics of the things we're learning about the Model Y and kind of what we already know. What I want to talk about are some of the tweets that came out today that include really what I think are the best images to date of what the Model Y is going to look like. And I want to walk you through those from the front of the car to the back of the car. So first, let's start with the frunk. Now, the frunk on the Model 3 is probably the worst feature of the car. It's unusable space. I know people show things of what they use it for. I keep my Tesla charging cables in there, 2 very small collapsible chairs for soccer games. Other than that, I don't go into it. I hate closing the thing because I feel like I'm going to dent or break the hood. I just don't like it. However, in the Model Y, we can see in the images that this thing is super deep. And this is the first thing I get excited about because it looks like usable space for me moving forward. So I'm excited about the frunk on the Model Y. Then you move into the driver and passenger seat. Now, I don't see any changes here. They look identical. The screen size is the same. The steering wheel is the same. The only thing I wonder that I haven't seen a picture about is in the front console under the charging mat, there USB ports there. It looks like Tesla changed all the USB ports to USB-C, and I'm wondering if they did the same thing in this compartment. If they did, it means people like myself who have a Nomad charger that are the traditional USB plugs, well, now I have to get converters to go to USB-C, or I have to buy a new wireless charging mat. So I'll be interested to see what it looks like in there, but I haven't seen pictures of that. We don't know. And everything else in the front portion of the car is identical. Now, when you move into the second row, that's where things change a little bit. Again, there's USB-C ports in the back, which is new, but the seats are wider because the car is wider. The middle seat specifically looks a lot wider than the middle seats on the Model 3. Additionally, the seats now are all collapsible independently, which wasn't the case in the Model 3. In the Model 3, the back driver's side and the middle seat collapsed as one, and then the behind the passenger seat collapsed on its own. So I like having the ability to collapse that middle seat so you could have people in the back passenger and back driver's side and put something long in between, skis, a board from Home Depot, whatever. So that's nice. It also looks like they took the same bumped headrest in the middle seat. So in the middle seat of the Model 3, the top portion of the seat extends up to give the passenger there a headrest. Looks like they did the same thing in the Model Y. It's just a little bit bigger. Then when you move into the back portion of the car, this is where things get really exciting. So now you have two cubbies on the left and right side of the car. In the Model 3, it was only on the driver's side. You have the same hidden compartment in the back of the car, which looks bigger than what it is in the Model 3, rightfully so. It's a bigger car, it sits higher. But then there's another compartment where it looks like the third row seating would be if you didn't get that option. So there's just so much more storage in the Model Y, which I'm super excited about. The thing that I'm most excited about finding out on the Model Y is there's these two buttons above the cubby on the driver's side. Originally, I thought they were for the tailgate, but when the tailgate's up, you can clearly see there's a button on the tailgate. So these two buttons fascinate me. Maybe they're nothing. Maybe they're something super uninteresting, like turning on a light. But all right, I'll try to keep this short, but the Model Y has started to get delivered. It is happening. So people have started to take delivery of their Model Ys, and in turn, you're seeing pictures pop up, videos pop up. Tesla has released the Model Y support videos. The Model Y owner's manual is now online. And there's a lot of questions I had in the start of this video that are already answered. The first were the two buttons in the back tailgate. What did they do? What were they for? We now know that these buttons operate the back middle seat. So by pressing them, the seats will fold down. A really nice option to have because if you're in the back, you're throwing stuff in, you don't want to walk around and have to put those seats down. So that's awesome. Now we know what those are for. Second thing that we didn't know was we knew the tailgate would be automated, but now there's a feature where you can almost set the height. So maybe you're shorter or maybe you're in a garage, you don't want it to go up all the way. You can pull the tailgate down, hold the button down for 2 seconds, and it'll maintain that position. So that's a neat option. I'm not sure how that'll work in the real world, but it's there and we didn't know, at least I didn't know that was coming. The third is the charging mat. So before in the Model 3, you had to go buy a third-party wireless charging mat. That's now standard, so you don't have to go out and buy one. I'm hoping now that it's standard, it fits a little bit better. The Nomad fit great, but it was a little bit taller, so I could never close that console while my phone was charging. Maybe that'll be resolved, maybe it won't, but regardless, it's there and it's included in the car. The fourth is, and I noticed this in Ben's video, if you haven't seen Teslanomics video, Ben, I'm going to link it here, but he posted a video, he got to see the car, take pictures, video, everything. There's this huge donut under the front, in the front hood, and I don't know if that's so when you close the hood, it seals the front compartment to keep water out. Maybe that has to do with wind and noise issues, but it's there and it's just on the inside of the hood of the frunk. So it doesn't look great. I'll be interested to see it live, but like I said, I don't use the frunk very much because it was unusable space. Now I think it's because it's deeper, I'll use it a little bit more, but that's there. The other thing that I saw on Twitter that I didn't know and I haven't seen anybody mention is the Model Y now has a heat pump, which the Model 3 didn't. And it looks like the heat pump is attached to the front motor and then has some feed going to the back motor along the batteries. Now, what I was reading in the article, the purpose of this is to help with the reduced battery range in cold weather. So I just went through a winter in Maryland and my range never got over 300 even at 100% charge. And a lot of that's because it's so cold here, the batteries couldn't get warm enough to get to a 310 or even 322 miles of range. So apparently this heat pump is supposed to help prevent that for people that buy this car and live in cold weather areas. So those are some of the things I saw that stood out to me, but the next week is going to be crazy. There's going to be more and more coming out with this car. It looks like all the people who received their cars and posted videos were the top tier. They weren't just the performance, they were the performance plus that had the lower suspension, the red brakes, the black wheels. So I didn't get that model, which is why I probably don't have a VIN yet, but it's coming. I'm super excited. Stay tuned and back to my video. My only issue is I'm still waiting on a VIN. So Tesla, let's get on it. Assign me a VIN. Maybe, hold on. Let's see while we're sitting here, because I check this about 1,000 times a day. Jump into email and no VIN. Still waiting. That's the way it goes.